Hello everyone. I have not made a video in years. So I'm a little embarrassed. I meant to make more videos. In fact, I planned to review 2 videos back in October. It's sort of a Halloween thing because I planned to do 13 because, spooky. I had the amount of days planned out, and then I just ended up falling behind and oh, goodness. Well, anyways, this is probably the first time anyone who is possibly new to my channel will be seeing my face. So, hello, world. Yeah. Welcome to Curious Commentator. Here I'll be playing video games, doing movie reviews, book reviews, and hopefully pretty soon, I plan to do this one within the coming week, hopefully, to do a figure review for some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figures I have recently purchased. So I guess also expect some anime reviews, because those are some things I like. Now, for the second order of business of this admittedly quite short video, I'm going to be doing a brief, non-spoiler review of King Kong versus Godzilla versus Kong. So, to get my personal thoughts on the movie, just right out of the way right now, I loved it. I think the story could have been better, but I genuinely enjoyed it for what it set out to do. And I think that this might just be the last one they do, or if they do another one, I think there's going to be a substantial break. And I feel like if this is where they end it off, or this is where they take a very long break, this is a pretty good point to end it off at. The action was good. The humor could have been better. Sometimes it was unintentionally funny where it wasn't supposed to be. And then other times it was not funny where it was supposed to be. So let me just go into character specifics. Your 2 main stars, Godzilla and King Kong, or just Kong right now. I assume if we do get another movie of him, we're gonna get King Kong on that name. Yeah, I thought the 2 monsters showed a lot of, I want to say, emotion in the movie, because it was very strange and very unusual. Like the facial expressions were very different compared to the last few movies, especially on Godzilla's part, where oftentimes they show his emotional side just completely through facial, even though he's not as expressive as Kong, who is supposed to be a lot more human in his appearance. Honestly, I thought that was great. I felt actually kind of compelled by the giant monsters, and I've always kind of felt that the reason the old series of Godzilla tended to connect with people more is because they made Godzilla act very, very human in some of those movies. And, he had the victory dance, he had the flying drop kick, he would do like a fist pump. He had a lot of character, and I feel like with the 2014 Godzilla, we kind of lacked that, because he was supposed to just kind of be more of like just a giant monster, really, just a giant lizard who was supposed to protect the environment. King of the Monsters kind of gave us a bit more, especially in regards to just interactions with one of the other monsters in particular. I won't spoil that either. I'll probably be doing a review of King of the Monsters at some point, because I enjoyed the movie, even though it wasn't like groundbreaking in terms of storytelling. It was still an enjoyable romp. King Kong, I actually felt was, even though I wanted Godzilla to win in this movie, I always told people, well, Godzilla's a giant fire-breathing lizard, and King Kong is a monkey. I still love King Kong, and I did genuinely like feel for him. He was really kind of more the main character, and Godzilla fulfilled like an antagonist role. So they very much made Kong a underdog in this movie, and that was really felt. I thought that worked really well. They even show it kind of in the opening credits, showing the creatures that each of them has taken down. Kong's list is a lot smaller and not as impressive, so it immediately sets the stage for the fight. You're rooting for the underdog, at least the movie wants you to. And genuinely, with his facial reactions and something else I won't give away here, you actually get a lot of emotion out of him. And he comes across as actually being very sympathetic. And then his connection with a little girl that's in the movie, I believe her name's, escapes me at the moment. I want to say, I don't know. But I actually felt that if they had maybe focused on that bond more, that this movie would actually probably be even better. I feel like that could have actually been a really good human storyline, was Kong's connection with this girl. And honestly, I was very impressed. Apparently, this is the girl's first movie she's ever done, and I felt like she's, in the movie, I believe she's mute and, deaf. So in that respect, for a child to play that quite convincingly, and also end up turning in what I consider actually a very good performance, that's impressive. I really would like to see more of this character if we get another movie with Kong, because I feel like you could get a very emotionally centered film with Kong's interaction with, it doesn't even have to particularly be this young girl, but if it were, I feel like it would be even stronger as a movie. I like the characters, and the fights in this movie, very varied. They actually avoided the trope of have them fight in the rain, so we can kind of make the models not look as good. And, we didn't have that. I know that was a complaint a lot of people had with King of the Monsters. We didn't have, there was none of that here. They did fight at night and in kind of shadowy areas, but then you would get sections like the final battle of the movie, which I guess this is kind of a minor spoiler for it to be the final battle, but it kind of seemed like that from the trailer, so I'll just go ahead. It takes place in China, in one of the major cities there. I can't believe it's escaping me again. I'm missing a lot of things here. And for some reason, they had the genius idea of having it lit up by neon, which made the fight very visually interesting to look at. And the destruction on the buildings in this movie is honestly fantastic. I know it's CGI, which I know some people are like, oh, whatever. If it's done really well, which the CGI in this movie was done very well. I learned a interesting fact as well. Godzilla and Kong were actually mocapped in this movie for the facial expressions and some of the stuff they do, which I think that helps. I think that sort of helped sell the weight of the two characters, because they feel like big monsters, and the CGI looking good only further enhanced the effect. So, all in all, like, the movie was creative with some of its environments, particularly one that, again, I can't spoil, but it was still very good. The fights, I felt, were fantastic. I would have to go watch King of the Monsters again, because it's been a bit of time since I watched it to compare the fights, but I think just from what I've gotten in the, let it sit for a couple of days. I watched it on HBO Max. Again, that might have affected mine. That's something I should probably bring up. If you're watching it on a TV with Dolby Vision, I'm pretty sure this might be the issue. Some of the colors get really, really saturated. Like, especially some of the lighting in some of the scenes. Probably should have mentioned that earlier, but I felt that might have actually affected the viewing experience a little bit, and in such a way where it was a little distracting in one scene in particular. Again, I won't give it away. But yeah, all in all, I would give the movie a 4 out of 5, actually. So, or well, 4.5. Well, okay, if we're going to look at it from a actual, like, okay. So let me explain how I'm going to be rating things here on the channel. I'm going to be rating things in two ways. I'm going to be rating it how much, I'll just rate it on how much I enjoyed it. If I ever tell you to watch something because of an artistic reason, it probably won't have a rating. So for now, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I still kind of prefer the old ones because I feel the cheesiness really added to it, and I feel the effects in this one were so good. I was like, the cheesiness sometimes off-put me, especially in concerns with the monsters. But overall, enjoyed it. Thought it was a good movie. I would recommend it, especially if you're okay with a movie that, really isn't, like, super deep or philosophical or anything like that. You're just looking for a popcorn flick. You just want to sit down on the couch and watch something. You don't have to think too hard. You just get to watch some spectacle. Then this is definitely the movie for you. If it's not, and you like things that are a little more like concrete, maybe a bit better of a story, you probably won't like this movie. I would actually recommend you check out some of the other Godzilla films in that case, instead of this one, that have a little more in terms of the story. Though this series has notoriously not always been the best story, so that's for any newcomers. For regular Godzilla fans, that you're probably gonna enjoy this movie. Maybe you don't. Maybe you won't. I've heard a couple of Godzilla fans that have had problems with this movie, actually. And that's their opinion. My opinion is different. And I want that to be clear, that anything I say on this channel is purely my opinion, and really it's just up to your view. So if you watch something that I recommended and said I highly recommend you should go see this, and then you watch it and it's not that good, well, feel free to be like it's not that good, and maybe talk about it. Don't be a jerk, but you can certainly be like, I didn't really enjoy this movie, and you can have a discussion. And that's why I'm saying here right now in this video, if someone talks about a movie or a game or anything else I review, and their personal experience with it is the complete opposite of mine, I hated it, just hated, and they just express that in the comment section after I recommended it, and they're disappointed, don't get mad at them. Don't say anything. Have a nice discourse. Don't as I said, don't be a jerk. And you know what, I'm hoping to make more of these videos soon. I'm glad I got to have a little update video as well as a review of a movie I liked, and pretty soon I will be reviewing 3 figures, actually, coming this Friday, actually. Probably 3 separate videos. It will be of 3 figures from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure franchise that I have gotten. The Super Action Silver Chariot, the Super Action statue, 4 actually. Moody Blues, Hierophant Green, and the Statue Legends Crazy Diamond. So I've been collecting these figures recently. I might even give a little series overview at some point. If none of you understood anything I just said, I'll explain it in some upcoming videos. I just wanted to let everyone know what content to expect coming out in the next few days. I might be posting a few speed runs here. I do currently, I believe anyways, I haven't checked in a hot minute, though it's not very hot, like contested at all. I haven't checked in a minute for the world record speed runs I have for the Xbox and PS4 versions of Star Wars Pod Racer. I might post those, maybe spread some awareness of the game, even though I don't have very many subscribers. Spread some awareness of the game. Sorry, I kind of swiped at the screen there. Recording this on a phone because currently don't have access to my computer because we're having some renovations at the house. Whew. And yeah, basically just probably going to do some stuff with that, raise awareness, try and get some more people into the scene, because it's a very fun game. It's a very fun game to speed run. I'd like to go over some of the differences, and I've also considered maybe doing a little bit on the competitive scene for card games and stuff, which that's just kind of a thing that might happen. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, because I'm planning on doing that. Well, so I feel like I've talked for a little bit. Man, haven't recorded in forever. My throat's already killing me. I'm doing this all in one take. Yeah, I'm letting you know I'm back. Might even, and you're going to see some unique content from me. It's not just going to be video games. I'm hoping I can get a lot of things in. Hoping I can review some series. Might do a few reaction videos to certain music. So if you got anything you want me to react to, throw it in the comments again. You know, I'll take a look at it, give my thoughts, do like a little overview. And, well, that's the video. This is Curious, signing off, and have a good one.